across towards O at the front post. He's tried to backheel across. Mitos had to punch it away, and it's going to come to McGregor on the left foot. Wonderful strike from Callum McGregor, and there is the equaliser from Celtic. And it's the captain who rescues them. He celebrates in front of the fans. St Johnstone's resistance is broken. It's St Johnstone 1, Celtic 1. 25 yards out, then onto O'Reilly, edge of the box. He's going to shoot with the right foot. Oh, it's sensational! It's utterly sensational from Matt O'Reilly. He smashes ahead with a weaker foot into the top corner. And it's St Johnstone 1, Celtic, who's striding through on goal. He's up to the edge of the box. He's got Forrest in the box. Controls it with the right foot, and James Forrest scores and wraps up the victory for Celtic. Just seconds after Saints had a golden chance to level, and Celtic counter up the pitch, and James Forrest strikes once again against St Johnstone. It's game over for brave Saints. It's St Johnstone 1, Celtic 3.
You got the win, very impressive in the end. Just give us your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit angry, if I'm honest. I've never been so angry at half time since I was a manager. Too many players in the first half, just looking the easy game and too comfortable. No intensity whatsoever, and I think we were deservingly behind. And then second half it was a different team. The energy, the intensity, the quality. Scored 3 goals, could have had more, and that's what you expect when you play for Celtic.
You've anticipated what my next question was going to be. Is what did you say to the guys at half time? Because it was a very different Celtic side that came out after the interval.
Yeah, listen, it's just pointing out that it was nothing to do with tactics. You know, tactically the game was fine. It's just about mentality.
Hello and a warm welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. Celtic versus St Johnstone today at McDiarmid Park. It finished St Johnstone 1, Celtic 3. A goal from Jai Simi in the 40th minute. An equaliser from McGregor in the 67th. Celtic went ahead in the 79th minute through Matt O'Reilly, and a wee extra goal at the very end in the 93rd minute from James Forrest. Final score: Celtic 3, St Johnstone 1, or St Johnstone 1, Celtic 3. Tough to watch at times during that game. Got John here to go over it. How are you doing, John?
I'm okay, Xander. It was a hard watch, wasn't it? The first half was brutal, to say the least. It was absolutely brutal. But look, that's exactly what we were expecting anyway. So no worries. All worked out good in the end, and we'll get to it. Yeah,
we're going to go through the game just now. And before we do that, the promotion, John, the winner of the Bertie Auld Legends print goes to Snap 1888, who was bang on with the 12th minute, John. I think it was 2 seconds out or something like that. So Snap 1888, well done for winning the competition. You have won the Framed Legends print. So if you just go onto the Celtic Forever podcast Facebook page and send John a private message with your address, we'll get that sent out to you tomorrow, and you should get that by Wednesday. So congratulations to Snap 1888.
Aye, well done, Snap 88. Like Xander said, go into the Facebook Celtic Forever page, just join that and send me your address. I'll add you. You just send me your address and we'll get that print sent to you. You'll probably get it for around Wednesday or something. So well done, mate. Yeah,
well done. Congratulations. And this week's competition, before we go into the game, very simple. Who is this Celtic player on the screen? Who is the Celtic player? We're going to allow everybody up to 3 guesses each this time, John. I know it's really tough. There's no much there. There's just a player in a Celtic strip. The head's been covered and the shirt number's been covered. But we kind of make it easy all the time. So who is this player? 3 guesses each, John. Yeah, so who is this player on the screen? That's all it is. 3 guesses each. Leave it in the comment section. Simple as that. And the draw will be made. We're not going to do it in midweek for the Hibs game. We'll do it at the weekend for the Kilmarnock game. And if there's more than one correct entry, obviously it will need to go into a draw. So that's the competition for this week. All right, John. Let's get into this game right away. I didn't know Levine was their manager. Did you?
I had absolutely no idea that he was their manager. And if anybody knows, let us know when he was actually appointed the St Johnstone manager, because I was totally unaware of that guy being there. It's good to see him back in Scotland, mind you.
No, he's there. He's there as a St Johnstone man. So I was a wee bit of surprise before the game kicked off. He was standing in the dugout. So we're going to the game, John, and within 48 seconds we've got a shot for Kyogo, and he blazes it over the bar. Should have controlled that a wee bit better, I think.
Aye, it's no warmed up properly yet, I suppose. Early chance, like you says, blazed over the bar. But there's a lot more to come after that, isn't there?
Aye. Yeah, I think Kyogo's off form now. I know he's not scored in a wee while, but he's definitely off form now, isn't he?
I think so. Aye, I thought he played really well in the second half, but we'll get to that anyway, Xander.
Yeah. Okay. Then we had a scuffed shot from Matt O'Reilly in the 6th minute. He could have done better there as well, I thought, but he's sort of sliding as well, isn't he? And he hits it by the post. That was another shot. So that was two chances in the first 6 minutes there, John. They started off the game not too bad, I suppose.
I thought Matty's got to do a lot better there, Xander. That was quite poor, I thought. I thought even a diving header onto that is in the net. I think that was quite poor for Matt O'Reilly, to be honest with you. He's got to be doing better than that from 5 yards out, or whatever it was.
Yeah. So that was another chance. The second chance gone. And then we have a trip on Palmer outside the box. It's a free kick to Celtic, edge of the box, John. And you know something? I said before, it was see all that the players edging forward and trying to gain yards. I said to my wee grandson, "That's it. The ball was going to get smacked off the wall." And sure enough, the ball smacked off the wall from Palmer. Very poor free kick, but the wall was never 10 yards, was it?
No. That doesn't matter. It was just a dreadful free kick, so we can't really comment on the ball not being back far enough. You could have put the ball back on the 6-yard box. It'd probably still been a poor free kick. There's nobody at Celtic can take a free kick.
No, definitely not. No, but so that was over. That was off the wall and cleared anyway. Then we've got a St Johnstone effort, John. It was a shot. It was saved for Joe Hart. That was in the 17th minute. A shot from the St Johnstone player. Half decent save for Joe Hart. Then we've got a Yang offside goal. 20th minute. Yang offside. He was a mile offside, wasn't he?
Aye, I thought the player nearest to the camera was playing him onside when I first seen the replay. Then I looked up, like, nah, he's definitely offside. But it wasn't miles offside, Xander.
I thought it was quite.
If it's the same one I'm thinking about, I mean, there was one where it was played through and he looked miles offside at the side that the ball was played through to him. But if you look at the near side, there was a player it wasn't that much in it, you know.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I just thought he was well offside, maybe a couple of yards offside. Maybe I never noticed the player at the far side. I don't know. But it was offside anyway, so that's obviously that wasn't going to stand. Referee, John, wasn't great today either, was he? Who was it? Don Robertson?
Aye.
He was getting us nothing again, you know. I don't want to go on and on about these referees, but we weren't getting much, I thought, the day after referee.
No, I thought he was poor as well, Xander. I thought it was very poor on his part. There was a lot of decisions. Celtic players getting kicked up in there, and he wasn't booking these players for it. But
there was a case in the second half. Joe, I don't want to skip too far ahead, but the St Johnstone player, the boy with the dreadlocks, he kicks 2 Celtic players and doesn't even get spoken to. He kicks one, then runs after another one, kicks him as well, and the referee, he's right beside it. Doesn't utter a word to the player. No, so that's the kind of performance Don Robertson had today.
Aye, 2 potential yellow cards in a row, nothing was given.
Yeah, definitely, John, definitely. But we'll move on for the referee. So we huffed and we puffed, the usual, similar to the Motherwell game, huffing and puffing, getting nowhere. Then St Johnstone started to come into it a wee bit. You know, they're pushing a wee bit more further forwards. and they get a corner on the 40th minute, John, and it leads to one of the scrappiest goals I've ever seen in my life. A Stramash on the line, and it's bundled over the line by the St Johnstone player. The goal counts, the goal stands. I thought it was a foul on the keeper, but then when I had another look at it, that would have been soft to give that. I thought to give a foul on the goalkeeper, but it was a sloppy goal to lose, Johnny.
It was very sloppy. I don't think it was a foul on the goalkeeper, but I think there was possibly, and I says this to you before we came on, it looked like the player barged into the Celtic player, forcing Joe Hart to fall. That's what I thought. I thought there was a potential that goal could have been cancelled out, because it looked to me like the boy has barged, I think it was Greg Taylor, I can't remember, right into Joe Hart, pushing him all the way into Joe Hart, forcing a few players to cause Joe to fall over the line, I thought. So I think there's potentially a free kick in that, but St Johnstone got the goal.
Yeah. So that was Joyce Seamey who scored the goal to put them 1-0 up. The half-time whistle goes, John. Half-time whistle goes were it was a hard to watch first half, A lot of stray passing, a lot of, mistakes in the team. I thought we just weren't our usual selves, were we?
No, I mean I've got some notes here for the first half that what you haven't brought up yet. But what I'll do is I'll leave them till we're giving out individual player markings, because I think it will be more appropriate for that.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is just a quick summary, John. We'll go through the individual players. But before the second half kicks off, John, talking about individual players, Yang is taken off for Mikey Johnston. So the second half kicks off, John. We've got Yang off, Johnston on, and the boys made an impression right away, hasn't he?
What a difference he made. What a difference. Now, I like Yang as a player. I think he's potentially a great young player in the making there, Yang. But he was poor, wasn't he? He was really, really poor. Wasn't doing anything to impact the game at all. His crossing was terrible. He's trying to dribble by players. He wasn't getting by them. Then he was trying to pass, and he was getting the ball straight to their players to cause them to counter-attack. Really poor. I'm glad he came off. I didn't think I would say that about Yang, but he was really bad.
Yeah, it was too many mistakes and too many his decisions he was making were wrong decisions. But we'll get to that later, John. So the second half starts the same way the first half ended, really. St Johnstone sort of attacking us. 51 minute, we've got a shot for St Johnstone again, hits the side netting. And then we begin to slowly come into the game. 52nd minute, we've got a shot for McGregor. For about 20 yards out, John, over the bar. So McGregor's trying to influence it. And I thought the more the second half went on, McGregor was influencing it more and more.
I totally agree with that 100%. McGregor, later on in the game, probably with 35 minutes to go, we've seen the best of Callum McGregor. I thought he was outstanding the last 35 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Because a couple of minutes later, John, McGregor plays a inch perfect pass to Kyogo's foot. All he has to do is chip the keeper, and he hits it right in the keeper's hands. That was another poor miss for our superstar Kyogo, John. He's just not doing it now, is he?
No, he's just not getting the service, Kyogo, I think. But then again, he had like that chance you just mentioned. That was a pretty good service, and he did absolutely nothing with it. Missed a few great chances in front of goal the day, Kyogo. I thought he was, but he played well. I thought we'll get to the individual player markings. Actually, Kyogo did have a few chances, but he was very wasteful.
Yeah. Then another substitution, John. After that, we've got Turnbull off. We've got O on. That shows you how much influence Turnbull had in the day's game, John. We haven't even mentioned him. But anyway, Turnbull comes off. O comes on, and within 2 minutes, John, Parma crosses it to O'Reilly, and it's another miss from O'Reilly, who also struggled to get into the game, I thought, today, Matt O'Reilly. But obviously, as the second half goes on, that improves, but we'll get to that. And then we finally get the equaliser, John, the 67th minute. Callum McGregor 17 yards out, boom, into the back of the net. VAR decides they want to have a 5-minute check on it for God knows what. I think they were looking for an offside, but it was never offside. So yeah, the goal stood 1 each, John. That was some finish, wasn't it, for Calmac?
Great finish. It was a bit of stramash in the box right enough, wasn't it? I think had the back heel and it was deflected out. So I think there was maybe a possible offside there with I don't really know what they were checking for, but what a finisher. What a finish for wee Calmac. And we were saying that at the last podcast, we need to have shots from outside the box. And boy, did we have them.
Aye. They were flying into the net today. Anyway. So 70th minute, we've got a Carey dive in the box looking for a penalty, John. Absolutely disgusting. The referee the VAR didn't even look at it. It was that bad. So Carey's dive gets brushed away, play on, and then we go on the lead, John, a few minutes later. 79 minutes on the clock, John. Matt O'Reilly, 20 yards out from a lovely wheelie off of Kyogo. Straight into Matt O'Reilly's path, and he bullets it into the top right-hand corner, John. What a finish that was as well. That puts us 2-1 up.
Aye, left foot, weaker foot, I know. And it was it reminded me of Palmer, the way he hit that shot, that there's no much backlift on it. Just kind of jabs it with a wee pitching wedge kind of shot right into the top corner. What a strike, by the way. Goal of the season so far.
Yeah, it was lovely. Lovely finish. And a lot of relief as well that they've took the lead, John, because a lot of the points in that game, it didn't look as though we were going to win that game, did it?
No. I think the second half we definitely looked a lot sharper. There was a lot more intent. I think Celtic controlled that second half really well. But yeah, again, there's another shot from outside the box that we were talking about yesterday. And what a strike it was. Goal of the season. Matt O'Reilly, we need to see more of that from Matt O'Reilly because that's what he's capable of. I thought that was an outstanding goal. For me, goal of the season so far.
Yeah, lovely goal. Yeah. I don't know what goal of the season. I've need to think back to some of the goals that have been scored. So, yeah, potential for goal of the season there, John. If you think that was goal of the season, leave your thoughts in the comment section.
Well, the reason I'm saying that is what was put in front is the day that dogged St Johnstone team. Time was running out. That's why I'm putting it. I'm not saying it's probably the best strike of the season, but for what it meant, Celtic struggling to break that down, and that beautiful strike for 25 yards, 23 yards, whatever. I think for what it meant, Celtic struggling, and to put a goal in like that, that's why I'm saying it's goal of the season, Xander. And it was a great goal.
Yeah, it definitely was. Okay, so we're going to have a couple of subs. John Palmer off for Forest and Kyogo off for Iwata. I think that was the last of the substitutions of the day. I think we only made the 4. So Palmer after the goal, John, he's lying on the ground, stretching his hamstring. So that's a concern. Another winger injury, possibly.
Nah, he looked all right at the end. He maybe just had I don't know, maybe a bit of cramp or something like that. Took him off for precautions. I don't think he's injured, Xander.
No, I hope you're right, John. Hope you're right. Yeah, so we back concern there, and hopefully he is okay for the game in midweek at Celtic Park. So we move on. We've got the 83rd minute. Another Kyogo shot over the bar from a corner kick. The wee man just no firing now, John, but he's still getting his efforts on goal, I suppose.
Exactly, I still getting efforts. I thought he played well the second half, so although he never scored, I still thought he contributed a lot.
Yeah, he still contributes, definitely. He does a lot of closing down as well, doesn't he, and shutting down. And yeah, he does a lot. He does a lot for the team. So after that, John, after that wee shot for Kyogo, we've got another shot from Forest in the 88th minute. That was wide from about 18 yards, just wide of the post. So we're still hitting them and peppering their goal with efforts for outside the box. So they must have been listening to the podcast for the other day. Or maybe Brendan put it on at half time. I don't know. Okay, we're at the 90th minute, John. We've got a shot from Mikey Johnston, shot over the bar for about 25 yards. That was a bit wayward. So we're into injury time, John, and St Johnstone has with an attack. and it's a header, sorry, for Stevie May, and Joe Hart has to pull off a great save to keep us in front. What a save that was!
Aye, world class. Now, is this the one? There was a throw in to St Johnstone, and I think it was Alistair Johnston just handed the ball to the St Johnstone player, and they threw it straight away. It's like, what are you doing, handing the ball to him?
Yeah.
Do what all these other teams do. If the throw-in's not going your way, kick it away. Let the player go and get the ball. He hands it straight to the player, and he takes the throw-in instantly and causes that attack.
Yeah, and that was so close to an equaliser, John. It'd be a totally different podcast if that would have went in, but honestly, that was heart and the mouth stuff there. So Hart keeps us in it, John. Still remains 2-1, and obviously we hit them on a counter attack in the last minute of the game, John. So Forrest gets his goal. So a wee pass across straight to Forrest's foot, outside of the foot, puts it in the net. 3-1 Celtic, John. That was a nice wee finish as well. Nice wee finish.
Beautiful wee finish. Nice pass, nice assist from Iwata. It was good to see him getting a wee game a day, 10 minutes or whatever he was on for. He has an assist. He's involved in it. Callum McGregor's obviously been pushed further up the park, so I think Callum McGregor pushed further up the park's had a big impact on that. I thought Callum played brilliant in that position, kind of just behind the attackers. I thought he played really well, Callum Mac. And
he was like the rest of sorry, John. He was like the rest of the team, wasn't he? He wasn't in the game in the first half, and as you say, as soon as he got pushed further up, he dominated the full midfield, didn't he? He just dominated it.
Aye, I like Callum McGregor in that part of the pitch. But
yes,
but that goal for the third goal for Forrest, lovely wee assist from Iwata. I thought he played a beautiful pass right onto his toe, couldn't miss it. But look, that chance that St Johnstone had before the goal, I was really angry at that. I can't mind if it was Alistair Johnston or James Forrest just handed the ball to the St Johnstone player, and it caused that chance. Kick it away. Do not ever hand the ball to a player right into his horn to take a quick throw in.
Yeah,
I was honestly raging with that, Sander. I was raging with that.
Well, I'll go to bit. I didn't actually see that incident, but if that's the case, then you can't be giving them chances like that. Definitely.
Well, it could have been an equaliser, Sander. Joe Hart
should have been. It should have been an equaliser. Let's be honest. That should have been in the net. That was a off the line clearance save for Joe Hart. That was a great save.
Well, that was all born from that throw-in.
Now, I need to watch that one again, John, to see what you're talking about, because I didn't actually see it in the actual game time.
As soon as when that happened, it's like, oh no, because when he handed that ball to the St Johnstone player, it was either Forrest or Alistair Johnston that handed it straight to him. There you go, there's the ball, take a quick throw in, and that's where that chance came from.
Yeah, but it didn't go in, John, and that's the main thing. So the last minute of the game, John, we didn't have a wee chance, Matt really wide. And the final whistle goes, John. Everybody's relieved. Celtic win the game. St Johnstone 1, Celtic 3. 3 points in the bag. We've got 11 points clear at the top of the league for a couple of hours. But it keeps us well clear at the top of the league, doesn't it?
Aye, that's all we're looking for. Right now we're 11 points clear. So let's see what happens the other side of the city today.
Aye, 3 points to Rangers, I'm afraid that'll be. But we'll not go into that, John. That's other podcast to talk about. But the score prediction, I got it right. I wanted to bring that up before we go any further. What did you think of that? Another score prediction correct?
Aye, you were nearly wrong right at the end. That shot for O'Reilly past the post. What was he trying to do there?
I don't know. I bet you wanted that one to go into the net, John, eh?
To be honest with you, Xander, I wasn't even thinking about predictions. All I was thinking about is get the whistle blown. That's all I was thinking. Look, well done getting your score prediction right. That's always... We've not had a right score prediction on here for a few months, have we?
It's at least been a month anyway, so that's...
Well, it's been more than a month, Xander. It's been more than a month, 2 months maybe, you're talking. Maybe, I don't know, 9-10 weeks.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. But it was good to get one right eventually, I suppose. But it has been a wee while, hasn't it? It has been a wee while.
That's you. You've jumped 5-2 in the lead, so well done. I don't care who gets the score prediction right now. All I want is a big gap between them and us. And it's 11 points right now. Look, you don't know what's going to happen here at Ibrox today. That puts them under pressure, Xander.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens in that game. But I wouldn't go holding my breath or hoping for any sort of result there because we spoke about it in yesterday's podcast, so we'll leave that there. Who was your man of the match? Well, no, what we'll do is we'll do the individual player scoring. Do that first, is that all right?
No, that's fine, aye.
Right, Joe Hart, I'm going to give him an 8 because he kept us. He gave us the 3 points really with that save at the very end. So I'm giving Joe an 8, John, for that save alone. That won us the game.
Aye, I'm giving him a 7. I thought he was kind of, because of the goal that he lost, I thought he maybe could have done more, but he was getting bars, didn't he? I still think that was a free kick to Celtic. Maybe I'm just being wearing my green tinted glasses here, but I just looked like that St Johnstone player was barging into Celtic players to knock the keeper. I bet he did. He pulled off that world class save. So 7 for Big Joe today.
Right, and we'll go on to the wing backs first, John. We had Greg Taylor and Alistair Johnston. Alistair gets a 7. Greg Taylor gets a 5 from me. So I'm not even going to go into any more detail. What are you thinking, John, with the wing backs?
Well, if Alistair Johnston threw that ball to the St Johnstone player that nearly caused the equaliser, I'd need to see it again to see if it was either him or Forrest that did that. It was one or the other. It was too far away to see. But if it was Alistair Johnston, it was very poor. Whoever done that, it's very poor. But besides that, Alistair Johnston had a pretty good game. I'll give him a 6.5. Greg Taylor, 3. I thought he was terrible today.
No, he's got to start improving, Greg, isn't he? He's not having a great season. I know the team is unbeaten. It's hard to say players are having terrible seasons when you're unbeaten, but the teams they're definitely targeting Greg on that left-hand side. Many times did the goalkeeper hit it down towards Greg Taylor's side, did he? Every time they got a goal kick, it was down that side, wasn't it?
Aye, I just thought, look, he does get targeted. He's not the strongest player. He's quite small. But I wrote something down about him. I'm trying to make it my own writing here. But I can't even make it out. But he did something that I've wrote down. It's obviously caught my attention. I can't make it out. He let the ball go out the park or something like that. But I can't remember. A throw-in or something. I think it was a throw-in that caused the goal. Greg Taylor let the ball go out the park. No, it was Joe Hart kicked the ball out to him. That's what it was. You know, Celtic, when they passed the ball out to the back, he kicked it out to Greg Taylor out in the touchline and he let it go right out the park.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's right. Yeah, that did happen. Yeah.
So things like that, yeah, I take notice of that. The wing backs are important to Celtic, aren't they? And I think Celtic need a better left back. No being harsh on Greg Taylor. He's been a great wee player for us. He's had a good season last season and the previous season. But this season, I just don't think he's put in a half-decent performance. I've always given him poor marks. And I'm being fair with my marks, Sander. I'm not like saying I don't like Greg Taylor. I just thought, I think he's been poor this season.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. He's not been great. He's not been as influential as he was last season. Definitely not. Okay, right, we'll move on to the centre backs, John. Who did we have? Carter Vickers and Liam Scales. Both had solid games. I'll give it to them 7.5.
7 for Carter Vickers for that barge into that player that nearly broke his arm. I was loving that. How can you get in for a 50-50 with big Carter Vickers? The refrigerator. You can't get in for a ball out with Carter Vickers and expect to not get injured, you know. He just bounced off him.
That was Costello.
Aye.
They went in for that 50-50 one.
Aye, and he got 2 calf injuries, so well done, Carter Vickers. Not that I want players to get injured, I'm not joking. But 7 for big Carter Vickers, and I'm giving big Liam Scales an 8. I thought he was man of the match today. Near enough, anyway.
Nice. He played well.
Aye.
He played well. He did play well. You're saying it's man of the match. You've got to take both halves into account, and he did play well both halves scale. So yeah, could be man of the match. Yeah, could be. Midfield, we've got Matt Riley, Callum McGregor, and David Turnbull. Just 3 quick scores, John. Callum McGregor, because he's influenced the second half, he gets an 8. Matt Riley, because of his goal, and he came into it in the last 20 minutes, he gets a 7.5. And Turnbull gets a 3.
Aye, David Turnbull, I'll same as you. I'll give him a 4. David Turnbull, I thought it was quite poor. Done absolutely nothing in the first half. I thought this guy's doing nothing here. Now, he did have a shot. That was it. Callum McGregor came into the game the last 35 minutes. I'll give him a 7. And Matt O'Reilly, I'll give for that goal. I'm giving him a 7 as well, Xander, just for that goal.
Yeah. He was also quite influential. I thought the last 20 minutes, Matt. I thought he came right into the game. When we needed him most, John, he came into it. He definitely upped his game a wee bit, as did most of the players in the last half hour.
Aye, I definitely did. I'm not just giving him 7 just for the goal, but he did, like you say, these last 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I thought him and McGregor controlled it. I thought the two of them were brilliant. So I'll give both of them a 7.
Fair enough. All right, John. Who have we got? The wingers and the striker. Kyogo up front, Yang on the right, and Palmer on the left. Palmer wasn't his best game of the day, but it wasn't his worst either. So 6.5 for Palmer. Kyogo gets a 5.5 6 because he does put in a lot of effort still, closing down, etc. But he needs to start finding the nets, obviously. And who was it? Yang. Oh God, Yang. He's just a boy. You don't want to be too harsh on him, but 3 for Yang. Yeah, thought he needed taking off. He needed taking off in that game, John. It's second half started. He was nowhere to be seen. He was taking off. So 3 for Yang.
I think Palmer was pretty poor today, but then again, he was getting marshalled with like 3 players around him constantly. Dougie Palmer, did I say Young a minute ago? I don't know, but I'm talking about Palmer here. I thought he was just marshalled. They were putting 3 and 4 players on him, so Young gets get it right. Palmer 6. Kyogo, I think he did a lot in the second half. He was getting involved in everything in the second half. I'll give you Kyogo a 6.5. And Yang, he was getting involved a lot more than what Turnbull was, wasn't he? He was trying his best. He was getting involved. I'll give him a 4. 4.5. 4.5.
Yeah. Okay. Right, fair enough, John. Fair enough. Right, that's we'll touch on the subs as well, right? Mikey Johnson gets a 6. Thought he was very influential. O gets a 5, who wasn't really influential. Trying to hold the ball up, but he seems to be struggling doing that just now. Don't know. I didn't see O doing much, so he gets a 5. Forrest for his goal gets a 6, and Iwata gets a 5. Didn't really have to do much. He was only on for 10 minutes.
Well, O caused the. Was it the equaliser? No, it was was it the equaliser? That was it. The second goal, O'Reilly's goal.
The back healer.
Aye. So I suppose I think that's the only thing he was involved in, but I'm not going to mark all the players. But what I will say is, I think Mikey Johnson made a huge difference, and James Forrest or not. I thought Mikey Johnson, when he came on, he made a huge difference. They played him on the left. They put Forrest on his natural right-hand side, so I thought Forrest played no bad for the amount of time he was on. So I'll give they two a 6 apiece.
Okay. That's fair enough, John. That wraps up the players. Man of the match. Who was your man of the match then?
Liam Scales.
Liam. I'm going to get to Cal Mac, John. Scales was good, and he's a good, solid defender. But when we needed him most of the day, John, Callum McGregor stood up and he performed that last 35 minutes. So, I'm getting it to Callum. So I don't know who actually got man of the match. Do you?
I think it was Callum McGregor. I'm not sure actually. I know they interviewed him after the game, but I'm not actually that sure. But Me personally, I think Scales was the outstanding player. Very brave as usual, because that St Johnstone team were attacking. That was a different St Johnstone for what we've seen at Parkhead recently.
Yeah, it was, because they just packed the box in the Parkhead, didn't they? So they're obviously looking for that point that they actually got. But they did attack us a wee bit more the day, and they did give us a wee bit more space. I thought, yeah. And it was good to see there was no as much time wasting the day, John, as what there was in the Motherwell game at the weekend. So that was nice to see as well. Goalkeeper was, well, it wasn't, crossing over to the other side of the penalty area to take goal kicks, stuff like that. It was they were quite urgent. They were after a result the other day, St Johnstone, weren't they?
Definitely, I thought that keeper they've got is quite a good keeper.
I put off some saves, eh?
Aye. No, like St Johnstone played well today. They never sat back and like that Motherwell mob. Every player in the 18-yard box. St Johnstone were defensive, but they were pushed up quite high defensively. They played a high line.
Yeah.
No, the whole game. Most of the game, you could see their defence was pushed up outside the 18-yard box. Is what I'm saying.
Aye, definitely. Yeah. Aye. So they were after some sort of result today, John, and they could have got it if it wasn't for that Joe Hart save at the end, but they didn't get it. So
tough.
Just a wee quick hello to Angelo Logfort from Perth in Australia, who left a comment in the comments section. She also entered the competition. So unlucky, Angelo. You're very unlucky. The winner of that goes to our winner, Snap 1888. So just keep entering the competitions, Angelo, and you'll eventually get one of these Legends prints. So Perth, Australia, John, it'd be nice to be there. Where is it outside the now? -10 or something?
It's freezing anyway, I know that much. But aye,
yeah.
Australia, good to see some international comments. We had one for Canada last week, one for Australia today. So welcome aboard, Angelo. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you, Angelo, and thanks for the comment. Just keep your comments coming in, pal, and we'll read them out on the podcast as much as we can. We do a wee section in each podcast for the comments, so I keep your comments coming in, buddy.
Aye, also hope Angelo can understand what we're saying.
Oh, I understand. There's no problem. It's Angelo's probably for Barrowfield or something originally. You know what I mean?
Well, that's, you don't know. I know quite a few people that's emigrated to Australia.
No, that's it. All right, Johnny, any comments for us today?
I certainly have.
Good man. What have you got?
Well, like you said about this computer, where does the coal go? So maybe I haven't got any comments. Let's see. So we'll start with yesterday's podcast. In fact, we're only going to do yesterday's podcast. Was it yesterday we did a podcast?
Yesterday, John. It was yesterday.
So Deef says £1 for a rolling growler is 2015 prices. A rolling growler for Angelo in Australia is a rolling sausage or a sausage roll, like a sausage on a bun.
A sausage on a bun.
Aye. So £1 for a rolling growler. Where does that name come from? A growler, a snarler, a growler. Is there any other nicknames for sausages?
I don't know. Just as long as there's onions and brown sauce on it, I don't care what it's called.
Aye, exactly. Aye, that's the best in it. Brown sauce and onions on it. So anyway, Judy says £1 for a rolling growler is 2015 prices. Must be £2 now.
Right.
And then we've got Drunk Leprechaun.
Yeah.
He says definitely we need a striker and a playmaker, attacking midfielder, and a Bruni or Lenny type in midfield.
Yeah, definitely a Bruni type would be. It'd be great to have somebody like that in there than John, but Callum further up like you done the day. And on the Drunk Leprechaun, John, I got his name wrong the other day on the comment section, so I apologise for that. I called him Dan. I was looking at some other comment, but sorry about that. Drunk leprechaun, that'll not happen again. Sorry, buddy.
So got one for the Prophet. He says, the photo you sent, Xander, it was like playing past the parcel. It was quadruple wrapped.
Oh, aye, the prize that he's received. They're too valuable, John, to not protect them. They've got to be protected, these frame Legends prints. They've got to be well protected. So, yeah, it's going to be well wrapped up if you win one.
Oh,
just to expect to spend 10 minutes opening the wrapping, that's just one of these things.
That's all the fun, isn't it? And
That's it.
Prophet was also complaining about how you never put his picture up with his second prize.
Yeah, I totally forgot, and that's why his picture's up on the screen just now, John. There you go. There's your man holding up his Legends prints. Very proud, so he is. That's two he's won now, John.
Aye, no, well done, Prophet. And Prophet agreed with me on the score 2-0, but Xander got it right. Xander jumps 5-2 in the lead with the score predictions. Well done, Xander.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Paul McComb, hail, lads. Great pod. Few goals tomorrow. 3 points. Pile on the pressure on the, what's that, Crispy Buns. That's a new name.
Crispy Buns. Yeah, do you get a sausage with the Crispy Buns? Or is it going to be a soft bun? Is it going to be a soft bun with a sausage? Right, okay, right.
I think, you know, a rolling sausage, Xander, with a crispy dark roll. Can he beat it?
Definitely not. 100%. Making me hungry just talking about it.
Aye, I was starving when I seen that photo you put up yesterday, I know. Anyway. And then we've got Angelo, of course. Hail from Perth, Australia. I think it will be the 23rd minute for the yellow card. Obviously, you're wrong there, Angelo, but thanks for the effort and thanks again for coming on board.
Yeah, thanks very much again, Angelo. Just keep the comments coming in. We really do appreciate every comment that comes in.
Aye.
But yeah, okay. All right, John. We'll leave
Colin
that there.
Stewart, you want me to do a couple more? There's only a couple left, Xander.
When you go, John.
Colin Stewart thinks it's $2.95 for a rolling sausage. I don't know where he's gone for these rolling sausages, but I would go somewhere else, Colin. $2.95 for a rolling sausage? No chance. But thank you for your comment, Colin. It's all about rolls and sausage for some reason.
No, I wouldn't pay £3 for a roll sausage, no. Right, what's the next comment, John?
That's it, Xander. We'll leave it there for the comments, I think.
Aye, okay. Yeah, definitely. Thanks everybody again for leaving your comments and keep putting your comments in because we like reading them out and bringing them up on the podcast. So yeah, keep the comments coming in, folks. And if you could hit that like and subscribe button, that would be appreciated as well because the more likes we get, the more it helps the channel. Just one more wee thing on this week's competition, John. Who is this player? It's as simple as that on screen. Who is the player on screen? Up to 3 guesses each. Just leave your guesses in the comments section. And this week we're giving away the Henrik Larsson Legends print, John. Henrik Larsson Legends print is up for grabs. What do you think of that?
Well, Henrik is a legend, isn't he? That's that wee collection you've got. I need to get some of them after myself, Xander.
Aye, they're nice. They're real nice. Yeah, but we need to give them away, I'm afraid. It's people are finding out about this competition and there are more and more entries. And that's what I want to add as well, John. There was 58 entries in last week's competition. So thank you to everybody that entered. Thanks very much. Keep your entries coming in for this week's competition. Who is the player on the screen? John, we play midweek. I think it's Hibs at Celtic Park midweek. 3 points again. That's all we're looking for every time, isn't it? 3 points.
Aye, that's Hibs in midweek. I want revenge on that mob. See, that's one of the teams I don't like, Hibs. And you know why? When they sat back against the Rangers, when it could have been us or them that won the league that season. I remember the commentators. Do you remember that?
Well, I remember it, like it was yesterday, aye.
They got a result that suited them, and both of them weren't even attacking, if you remember right. And even the commentator on the rail saying, what's Hibs doing? They're not even trying here. Yeah. Even the commentator was saying that. I've never liked Hibs since that. And they never gave them a game either. And they always bust a gut against us. So any Hibs fans listening, that's why I don't like your team. because I think there's a bit of Buster Keaton going on there with your team when it comes to Celtic and the other mob. I think they sit back against them. I always thought that. They sit back against them. They don't give 100% like they do against us. And that's why I don't like Hibs as a team. Nothing against our fans. I've got great fans and all that. I just don't like the team.
Well, it's, we've got Hibs anyway, John, so a chance of a wee bit of revenge there to get, because obviously we drew them the last time we played them, didn't we? So a wee chance to get a wee one there, and hopefully we can play the way we did the last half hour of the day, John, and get that win on Wednesday. But we'll go into the the preview, for that on Tuesday for the Hibs game. So we'll wrap it up there, John. We'll wrap up there for the day. We'll do a wee preview, as I say, for the Hibs game, John. And as I say, thank you to everybody that subscribes to the channel. We appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that hits that like button as well. We really do appreciate that as well. So keep hitting that like button if you can. That would be brilliant. All right, John. We'll see you on Tuesday then, buddy. All right. Thanks for coming on.
All right. See you Tuesday, Xander. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail, buddy.